Hi first graders. To start our math lesson today, we're going to actually need to kind of make something. Okay, so here's what I have. I have a white index card. You could easily just cut a square out of some paper, okay, or a rectangle out of some paper, and grab something to write with. Okay, pause me if you need to get that. And I'm going to continue on. Once you have your piece of paper or your index card, whatever you have at home, anything works, I want you to draw right in the middle of it a nice wide V. Okay, draw a nice wide V. Okay, good job. Now, I'm going to turn it to the side. I want to turn it so that if I were to open this V up, it would become an L. Okay? If it's this way, it would be a backwards L. I don't want a backwards L. I want a forward L. Okay? Pretend if I took this part of my V and I opened it up, I would have an L. Capital L. Okay? At the bottom, I'm going to write these words. Less than. Okay? Less than. Then, I'm actually going to flip it over so that it would be a backwards L. Okay? It's pointing, well, it's opening to the left now, and I'm going to write G-R-E-A-T-E-R, greater than. Okay? Has to be pointing the correct way depending on what you write, so make sure you do that correctly. If you need help, ask a grown-up. Okay? So when it's opening up to the right, we should have the words less than that we can read, and this we can ignore because it's upside down right now. When we flip it the other way, if it's opening to the left now, it should say greater than. Okay, and if you have that wrong, you need to do it again. Okay? All right. Now, what we're actually making today, first graders, is an alligator mouth. So here's his mouth. I'm going to add some teeth by making like a half of a triangle. Just go ahead and make some teeth in your alligator mouth. All right, there he is. That is the first and most important thing that you have done and ready for math today. Along with your whiteboard and your greater than, less than card, you'll want your math book. We'll be on lesson 9's problem set today. Look at, you see all these alligator mouths just like we've made. Okay, so lesson 9 in your math book, and obviously a pencil, so you can do that as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Our I can statement today is a little bit longer, but that's okay. It says, I can use symbols. Today our symbol is our alligator mouth. We call this a symbol. It means something, okay? It means something. So I can use symbols to tell if a number is greater or less. We should know these two words pretty well by now. Greater means bigger. Less means smaller. Okay? All right, let's try it out. In order to be able to use this symbol, we need to know and be able to tell if a number is greater than or less than another number. We've been practicing that the last couple of days, so hopefully you feel comfortable with doing that. Now, remember I gave our alligator teeth? And I did that because our alligator, there's something you need to know. Our alligator always wants to eat the bigger numbers, the greater numbers. Okay? So we're going to pretend kind of like we have a divide in our board today, because we're going to have a number on one side and a number on the other side. And our alligator mouth is going to stay right there in the middle, and we can move this guy to make him eat the bigger number. Okay? So I'm going to leave that up off to the side for just a moment, and I'm going to write my first two numbers. You can watch for this one, or you may follow along. For this first one, I'm going to use the number 16 and the number 19. Okay? I have 16 is something than 19. I don't know which one yet. It might be greater, it might be less than, it might be equal to. You might already know, and that's okay. But today our focus is on this symbol. So, think about it. Which one is greater? Because we want our mouth to be eating the greater number. Is 16 more or is 19 more? You see our ones place, they both have 110, so we can't tell by that. We'll have to look at our ones. In our ones place, I have 6 and I have 9. Which number is bigger? 9 is bigger, so 19 is the greater number. So, look at how I'm pointing. My alligator mouth is open to munch on 19. Okay? It wants to eat the bigger number. Always, always, always. Now, you might be saying, well, Mrs. Garris, this says less than down here. And that is because we can also read this like a sentence. Watch. 16 is less than 19, right? 16 is smaller or less than 19. That's true, isn't it? Yeah, and this symbol actually means less than, even though it's still eating the bigger number. It's always going to eat the bigger number. The only reason that our words change is because we read this just like a sentence. 16 is less than 19 from left to right. Okay? All right, want to try a new one with me? If you didn't hop in on the first one, now your turn, now your time is to hop in. Why don't we do the numbers 24 over here, and on the other side of our board, we'll do the number, let's see, 21. Okay, 24 and 21. Go ahead and write those on your board too. Okay, let's take a peek. I want my alligator mouth to eat the bigger number. Is 24 greater or is 21 greater? Let's take a peek at our tens place. Same numbers, so we got to look at our ones. 4 ones and 1 1. Which one's greater? 4 ones is more. So 24 is greater than 21. So let's make it so our alligator mouth is eating the bigger number. Uh-oh. He's not. I need to flip him over. So now he's munching over here on the number 24. Like the last one, we can read this like a sentence. 24 is greater than 21. Okay, and our alligator mouth points to that 24 and eats it up. All right, ready for one more? How about we do the number 30 and the number 13. Okay, the number 30, 3 tens, 0 ones, and the number 13, 1 10 3. Go ahead, can you put your alligator mouth so that it's eating the bigger number? If your alligator mouth is eating the number 30, you got it. 3 tens is way more than 1 10, right? 3 tens is more than 1 10. So I don't even have to look at the ones. 30 is greater than 13. Our alligator mouth munches on the 30 because it's more. All right, good practice. This is yours that you may want to keep. because we might use it again. Okay, I'm going to erase my board. We're going to take a look at our problem set now. In our problem set, we're going to be doing something pretty similar, but it's going to start to look a little bit different. Instead of us moving the alligator mouth, now they've already put the alligator mouth one way or the other. They've chosen for us, and we have to decide where the numbers go. So, go ahead and pause me if you need to go grab your math book. I have my pencil ready to rock. I have my Lesson 9 problem set ready to rock. All right. In number 1, it says, circle the alligator that is eating the greater number. Remember? It always wants to eat the greater number, so we have to circle the one that is correct. We have the number 40 and the number 20. In the tens place, I see 4 tens or 2 tens. Which one is bigger? 40 is bigger. I don't circle 40, first graders. We need to figure out which of these alligator mouths is eating the 40. This one's munching this way. This one's munching this way. I want the one that munches 40. So that's going to be this top one. I'm going to circle it, and that's it. Let's try letter B. 10 and 30. Which one's bigger, the greater number? 1 10 or 3 tens? 3 tens is greater. I want the alligator mouth that's munching towards the 30. It's opening up wide to get that 30. Okay, 18 and 14. You try this one on your own and I'll check it in a moment. and 14. I hope you found that 18 is greater. So this mouth is the one that's opening up to the 18. You should have circled the top one. And letter D is 19 and 36. You should have circled the mouth that is open to the number 36. 36 is greater than 19. Okay. Now, down here at the bottom is where I said it changes a little bit. Instead of us moving the mouth back and forth, they've already put the mouth one way. We have to make sure that we put the bigger number into the alligator's mouth. So here are the two numbers that they give us. It says write the numbers in the blanks so that the alligator is eating the greater number. Okay. We don't have a partner, so we're going to skip that rest of that direction. Okay. Now, 24 and 4. Which one is greater? That one should be quick. 24 is definitely the greater number. If you'd like to circle it to help your brain, that's fine, but you don't have to circle it. So we want the 24 into that alligator's mouth. So I'm going to write 24, and then I'm going to put 4 over here. All right, pretty simple. Now we have 38 and 36. When we look at 38 and 36, I see 3 tens and 3 tens. Then I see 8 ones and 6 ones. Ooh, 8 ones or 6 ones? Which one's more? Yes, the 38 is greater. So now our alligator's opening up to this line. I'm going to put my bigger number on that line, and I'm going to go ahead and take my 36 and put it over here. See how I'm doing that? It's up to us to rearrange the numbers correctly. 15 and 14. Which one is more? Yep, 15 is 1 more than 14. So feed that 15 into the alligator's mouth. It wants to munch on this line. Take your other number, put it on the other line. Okay? Get the hang of it now? All right. Go ahead and you can pause me. Try to do D, E, F, G, H, and I all by yourself. make sure you push pause. And when you're done, or if you get stuck, you can push play, and I'll go over some of the answers with you. Be responsible here and push pause. Okay, if you hear me now, that means that you paused me and you finished these ones on your own. Or maybe you did a few of them and then you got stuck, so you're ready to review. In letter D, we see 20 and 2. The greater number is 20, so I'm going to put it right into the alligator's mouth and put the other number in the other line. With letter E, we have 36 and 35. They have the same amount of tens, so I look at 1, 6, and 5. 6 is more than 5, so 36 is the bigger number. Now my alligator mouth switched over here, so I need to put the bigger number in his mouth and the smaller number outside of his mouth. Give yourself a big pat on the back if you got those two right so far. Letter F is 20 and 19. 20 is one more than 19. I'm going to put it into the alligator's mouth and put the 19 on the other line. Okay. Letter G. 31 or 13. Those numbers look the same, but I'm going to look at the tens place first. 3 tens or 1 10. 3 tens is much more, so this number is bigger. Put it into the alligator's mouth. 31. The other number has to go on the other line. Okay, now maybe you didn't finish these last few yet and you need to pause me again so you can do them on your own. Or maybe you're all set and we're going to keep going here. 23, okay, let's see my tens place, or 32. 2 tens, 3, or 3 tens, 2. That's kind of tricky too. They flipped them on me. But I know to only look at my tens first. 2 tens or 3 tens. Can I tell which one is more? I sure can. 3 tens is more. So 32 is the bigger number. Paying attention to my alligator mouth, I'm putting 32 into that, and I'm putting 23 outside of his mouth. And the last one, letter I. Oh, they're tricking me again. They have a 21 or they have 12. They flipped my ones and my tens. But I can see 2 tens or 1 10. Which one is more? 2 tens is more, so this is the bigger number. 21 goes in the alligator's mouth, 12 goes on the outside. All right, not too tricky. Just have to make sure we pay attention to where that alligator's mouth is opening up to and make sure we put the bigger number into it. And don't forget to put the other number on the other line. All right, first graders. Now there is some extra practice on this page if you'd like, but we are not requiring you to do that today. If you're ready, you can go to your Lesson 9 exit ticket. You can either do it right on here in your journal, or you can do it on Seesaw with the drawing tools. Okay? So just make sure on your exit ticket on Seesaw, you're doing the exit ticket page. Lesson 9 exit ticket. And you're going to see the exact same thing we just practiced together. Go ahead and get started when you're ready. And thanks for doing some math today using this new symbol.